Watches and Wonders 2026 gave us hundreds of new watches, but only a few actually matter. Some are hype pieces, some are technical flexes, and a few are the watches collectors will still be talking about years from now. Today on the Luxury Prescription, I'm counting down my top 5 new releases from Watches and Wonders 2026 across all of maisons. Not just based on price, not just based on hype, but based on design, heritage, technical merit, collectability, and one very important question: would I actually want this in the collection? As a physician, I always think in terms of diagnosis and prescription. So today, I'm diagnosing the state of luxury watchmaking in 2026 and prescribing the 5 watches that deserve the most serious collector attention. My criteria is simple: heritage, design integrity, horological substance, wrist presence, a strong story enough to survive beyond the trade show. Let's begin. Coming in at number 5 is Rolex, specifically the Day-Date 40 in the new Jubilee Gold with light green aventurine dial. This is not the most mechanically adventurous watch on the list. This is not Rolex game. Rolex knows exactly how to make tiny changes feel enormous. New alloy. This is rose gold, white gold, and ever rose gold all mixed into one. A beautiful dial, also known as the Matcha dial. Classic architecture, collector safe release. Rolex did not come to shock us. Rolex came to remind us that subtly can still dominate the conversation. Coming in at number 4 is the Bulgari Octo Finissimo automatic 37mm. This matters because Bulgari didn't make it smaller, they may have made it better. The Octo Finissimo is already one of the most defining watch designs of the modern era. It does not try to be a Nautilus or Royal Oak or an Overseas. It speaks its own language. My prescription here is simple. Bulgari solved a fit problem, and in luxury, fit is everything. A watch can be technically brilliant, but if it doesn't sit right on the wrist, it doesn't become a part of your life. Sometimes the biggest innovation is not a complication, it is getting the proportions exactly right. Coming in at number 3 is one of the most clever watches of the year, the Parmigiani Fleurier Tonda PF Chronographe Mystérieux. At first it looks clean and minimal, but when you activate the chronograph, the hands appear. When you reset it, they disappear again. This is the opposite of the loud chronograph. Parmigiani asked a beautiful question. Why should a function dominate the dial when you're not using it? That is mature design thinking. This may be the most luxury prescription watch on the list. Quiet until it needs to perform. That is luxury. It is not trying to impress the room, it is trying to impress the person who understands restraint. Now coming in at number 2, which could very well also be number 1, is the Vacheron Constantin Overseas Self-Winding Ultra Thin in Platinum. This is one of the most serious collector watches of the show. Platinum case, platinum bracelet, ultra thin movement. This is the thinnest Overseas, with salmon dial and limited production. This is the kind of watch that separates casual hype from serious collecting. The Overseas has long lived in the shadows of the Royal Oak and the Nautilus. This feels like Vacheron saying, we are not chasing anyone, we are making the Overseas more elegant, more technical, and more Vacheron. This is stealth wealth in sports watch form. Most people will not know what it is, but the person who knows immediately. If Rolex is power and Bulgari is design, this Vacheron is discernment. My number 1 watch from Watches and Wonders 2026 is the Patek Philippe Nautilus 50th anniversary. This watch had to be in the conversation. The Nautilus turned 50 and Patek marked the moment correctly. Platinum case, ultra thin profile, blue dial, no date, no seconds hand. They did not make it louder, they made it purer. In a world where brands add complications to justify anniversaries, Patek went the other direction. Less noise, more purity. Yes, the Nautilus is hyped, but the reason it matters is because it remains one of the most important luxury sports watch designs ever created. It is number 1 not because it is the loudest watch of the show, it is number 1 because 50 years later, the Nautilus still owns the room. So those are my top 5 watches of Watches and Wonders 2026. Rolex reminded us refinement still wins, Bulgari proved proportion matters, Parmigiani gave us one of the smartest complications of the year, Vacheron delivered quiet elegance, and Patek reminded everyone why icons stay icons. But here's the real takeaway. The best watches this year were not the loudest. they were the most disciplined. The watches that knew exactly what to include and what to leave out, that is real luxury. Did I get the ranking right? Would you put Parmigiani at number 1? Did Vacheron deserve the top spot? Or is the Nautilus still king? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe for more conversations at the intersection of luxury, collecting, travel, and taste. I'm Dr. Vinay Chopra, and consider this your luxury prescription.